Many of you might have been surprised with the last 2 days decline in the Nifty index. So yes, HDFC Banks was out of syllabus, but if you would have watched the FII's positioning, surely you would have been well informed. To know how the FII's positioning unfold, you will probably have to check our sentiment indicator. For that, you will have to hover at the second button that you see on the left hand side and go to the sentiment indicators module. And within that, in the participant positioning, you will have to go to the FII's net index futures position. So once you click over here, you will get the entire historical data and a neat visual representation of their positioning. So specifically, if we see the last 2 years of data, you will notice that whenever the FII's positioning touches the second red line on the upside, that's where typically the market peaks out, as you can see over here, and when it reaches towards the second line on the downside, that's where the market bottoms out. Okay, this behavior we have been seeing again and again, as you can see the way I'm pointing out. And at the next stop as well, the FII's positioning was around the first line. So the first line is 60,000 plus contract. So typically when they reach over there, you need to be a little alert. But when the FII's positioning, start to get around the second line, that's where you have to be cautious. And similarly, when the FII's positioning say come to around say minus 1,25,000 contracts, that's where the market gets a bit oversold. But if it touches the second line, which is say somewhere around 1,70,000 contracts, that's where a reversal is very probable. So if you see in the last few days, the FII's positioning was hovering around say 89,000 mark, and it had even gone to around 60,000 mark. Then again it rebounded to around 80,000 mark. But yesterday there was a massive selling by the FII's. So like I said, if you would have seen this data, you would have already known that the FII's positioning is at the second line, and you got to be a little careful. Now will we see something like what happened in November 2022 or so, where the Nifty peaked and it continuously fell? Or will we see a scenario where we get a dip first and then again an up move, and then there is a divergence and only then it declines? For that, you will need to track the FII's positioning very close. Strike will definitely help you to stay ahead of the curve. So if you all still don't have an account, sign up to web.strike.money and create an account. Be well informed.